Hey everyone, this is Failed Hero number 1, and we are watching, me play Guild Wars 2. I'm actually doing a cold commentary on this, and I decided to do the jumping puzzle and tell you guys what it was all about. So as you can see, it's in the northwest part of the map, above the camp, the supply camp there. And of course I did this in my own Borderlands to cut down on the ganking that happens there. And so you'll notice a bit of a sound variation is that as well, because I forgot how to make the little line squigglies on the map, and you do that by shift clicking on it, and you just drag, and it creates a line when you go into the map mode. So as you can see, this is kind of like high up. It's actually really damaging, and what we're about to notice is I have to jump off this cliff to get to this place. Now you don't have to use a speed boon there, or a boost as I like to call it. Look how much damage I just took. If somebody was just camping there, it would be bad, and you'll see later that that can happen. But boosts are really important for this jumping, puzzle in general. It just cuts down on the time. So at this particular part, you see me jumping onto this route, and I'm going up across here. If you're unsure, you don't really need a boost there, but I think everyone feels a little safer. Now, a lot of people go up right to the top instead of jumping like that. And I can say go with either. So this is the first jump you need a speed boost, people. Because you can fall. You want to do it fast, you want to do it quick, or you want to take your time, but you need to use it. Now, here you'll see that depending upon how long your boost lasts, it'll actually work against you. Now this jump is just really easy. You just have to go across these little crags. Now, you can also go up to the top on the left right there instead of jumping forward here. But that puts you in danger of fighting slimes. And the slimes in here are actually kind of... They're really hard to deal with. They're level 80. They root you in place when they hit you. They immobilize you. And everything else. Now, this part, it's just simple. This is probably the easiest part of the entire jumping puzzle for me. And you'll see me, I'll just end up jumping into a wall in a couple of minutes probably. But sometimes after I film this, I haven't been able to do this part right. But as you can see, you have to hit everything at the right angle pretty much. There is some leeway and forgiveness, as you saw when I was jumping across the stalactites or the floating pylons or whatever you want to call them. Now, for this particular jumping puzzle, you need 2 parts of the key. Now that was the first one. It was the bottom half. That's the one I get first because it's just easier to do it that way. Some people don't. But yeah. Essentially, after you get that key, you have to jump back into the water and run all the way back up. And that could be worse, it could be easier, but it's a jumping puzzle. You expect yourself to fall. You don't necessarily expect yourself to fall on purpose. I've heard a lot of complaints about these. I think they're actually pretty fun. We're going to do the internal battleground soon. That one's really not fun to do. So of course I go with the speed boon again because I want to make sure I hit, I make this landing. Because if you don't, you can die. It's kind of like Sharkmaw Caverns almost. I don't know why it happens like that. So instead of going back up, we're going to go straight across here. Now a speed boost is necessary in my opinion to do these 2 jumps. Other people are probably better, or they move faster just naturally than I do, but I suck at these things. So that's the vault that we're gonna go into right there, but we can't do that yet. Look at those slimes. They're terrible. As you can see, I'm playing a guardian right now. They always attack me. Aegis protects me for 1 hit. Usually they get me twice. Look at me fail at that. See, they're coming at me. So you don't really necessarily need a speed boost here. I've seen people do it without it, but I've always needed it, so that's just me. Now, I'm not sure if this part has been done on purpose, but you actually have to drop down here again to get there. And, just once again, speed boost. That's all you really need to do these things. I use the right mouse button to guide where I'm going. Other people don't like to, but it makes it more fluid for me. As you can see, I'm going through it pretty quickly. There are some reasons why I want to do it. We're going to talk about loot in a minute. What you can get from doing this is badges of honor, which counts towards some significant things later on in the game if you're trying to make a legendary. or you can get blueprints, which are even better because those cost money, and when you're leveling, you don't necessarily want to spend money on stuff. You want to save it so you can get your traits. But this, I take my time. You can literally just jump across that in 2 jumps if you're really agile and adept and you know what you're doing. That's the top half of the key. And once again, we're going to fall down on purpose. You can drop right there. I don't like to. I like to drop here. And it's just, you know, more me taking more damage because I'm falling higher, honestly. So now, as you can see, we're coming back. It makes total sense to do the top half of the key or whatever first, or however I did it. And
save yourselves.
You know, that's just the second part, and it makes sense to do that. It's the second part.
Retreat.
So as you can see, we open the vault, and boom, we're in. Look at that chest; it's huge. We're gonna get some loot. We got the badges. We got some. Well, I got a rare. Some blues. Nothing good. Nothing good I want. Yeah, now we're gonna show you in a second how to get out. Now you can either pull on this chain, it'll open the vault door and you can just run away. I don't suggest doing that. I think it's better to just waypoint out and go over there. If you guys want to see anything else, let me know, but we're about to show you what happens when we go to an enemy Borderland, and that's actually, that usually leads to me dying. So here we are. I cut out the part of me running over to this place. Look, you can already see red. There are my enemies. They're camping right where that thing is for the moment. That's just terrible. Terrible for them to do. Retreat. I'm gonna use retreat. I have speed, like 3 speed boons. Honestly, I don't think you necessarily need it, but I do. Look, see, I'm like, oh, I'll heal. They're gonna shoot me in the face. I'm following them at a distance, and I'm hoping nothing bad happens. You see that guy in the water? That guy's a jerk. I can already tell you that now, because he killed me. I'm not sure if I taped that part. I may have stopped. I may have stopped, and I was just like, I don't want people to see me as a loser. I don't... We'll see in a second. But it's pretty much the same thing. In every Outland, you know, the Borderlands, you do the same thing to get this chest, and it gives you the same loot. You know, you get the blueprints and the badges of honor, and usually, you know, 3 items that you are either gonna sell at lower levels or you're gonna salvage at higher levels. And that's why it's important. Also, you don't really get badges of honor. Look at that. Yeah, thanks, bro. I'm just trying to get up there, and you're shooting me in the face. Normally, I don't get badges of honor for killing people. I get items. So doing this really helps me just get those. They're really important. I throw up that's a reflective wall. It's considered a consecration, I believe, in the Guardian class. It just doesn't do me any good, and I'm really distracted trying to stay alive at this point. I didn't do live commentary for this because I was swearing a lot during this part. I thought it was better not to do it. But I decided to fight back. He's doing no damage, and so I'm like, it's cool. I can take him. You know, he's... And it's like, oh yeah. I'll use my elite skill, and we'll see him come at me. And then I was like, hey, that doesn't work in water because there's no ground for me to target. Yeah, this just turns into stupidity on my part. I really can't do anything. I was like, I'll have him kill himself. That actually works kind of commonly to do that. Oh, that reflective wall, I've done a lot of damage to level 80s because they're really just shooting themselves. And I like I like the versatility of the Guardian. I was like, I'll jump back up. Maybe I'll get the key, I don't know. Maybe I won't. I don't really know what I was thinking. I can't really run away. Oh, see, and he cripples me. And that's the worst thing when you get hobbled. And you're like, yeah, I'll just fight you. And I was like, hey, yeah, they don't point the staff down when you fire. It's kind of just like in an arc. Hey folks, I just wanted to say I hope you liked this tutorial. Let me know if I can do anything better. It's the first time doing a cold commentary, so that's kind of hard. So, yeah, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.